everyone, Michelle here, Friday lunchtime, and I've had a few questions about channeling, how it works, how spirit guides work and things like that. And I also appreciate it's quite a big jump for some of you. So I have asked ChatGPT to ask me 10 questions in the vein of you think you can't ask that. So we'll see what they are and we'll see if I can answer them. Okay, so the first one is, what sparked your interest in exploring chakras? Nothing. I had absolutely no clue what they were. In my 20s, I actually went on a Reiki session or something like that, and it was so far from anything I understood. But I'm not sure what happened to me, but it felt like I went down a really big vortex. I was sitting in a cold shed in winter. It was not an exotic place at all. And when I came back, I just actually felt different. And I know a lot of you have learnt Reiki, such a wonderful place to start to learn that healing energy for yourself. And then I came back, we had to practice on other people. And I had a very different life back then. I was very young, I was very compliant, I always did what I was told. But what happened was I went to put my hands where the teacher was showing me to on each of the kind of placements that you have when you learn Reiki. And my hands just started zipping all over the body, and it was so disconcerting. And I started to kind of sweat and shake and do these things, but I just could not really do what the teacher said. So I thought, like any normal person would think, I thought perhaps I'm going crazy, but let's explore it a little bit. And then so I just asked in that moment, like, if this is true and real for me, can you please show me the way to make it better for other people? So that was what sparked my interest. I did not know they were chakras. It was pre-internet. I'd never heard of the word. But what happened was when I went home and started to massage people or work on people, my hands would start to move around the body. And I know a lot of you have worked with me, and you know that I will often take my hands off the body in a massage when I'm working in the auric field. I had no clue what chakras were, but what would happen was I started to people would get different responses in the massage, and they would feel a lot better. So I started to try and capture the chakras on paper by using a pendulum. And from that I found that if I found that the bits that I could see written down, and I worked on those parts of the body, the people would get a better result. So the word chakras, I didn't know what it was at all. I just could feel these round circles on, or energy centers, a bit like a whirlpool in people's bodies. And then, of course, this is actually a very embarrassing story, but you have to remember it was pre-internet and I was very young. I thought I discovered them. I didn't know their word, but I would go out and say to people around, it's like, I think there's these kind of circles of energy centers that sit just above the body, and if you work there, you get great healing responses. Of course, from then I found a Theosophical library and different places where hundreds of books have been written on chakras, and of course they date back thousands of years. So it was a little bit humbling and a big relief to realize that there wasn't something I discovered, but something that has been around for many millennia. And then I started on the journey to go backwards and to learn about them.